So we are back in Premier League action tomorrow afternoon, Super Sunday, 4:30 kickoff at home to Brighton and Hove Albion. As I record this, which is nearly 5 o'clock in the evening, Cardiff are going to be playing Crystal Palace in about half an hour's time. If they do not win that game against Palace, then Brighton have stayed in the Premier League. And that could be a massive difference in how this game goes tomorrow. I'm sitting here recording this game after Spurs lost. They lost 1-0 away to Bournemouth, which has bunched it up even more now with everyone else below them having a game in hand. Spurs are currently on 70 points. They have Everton at White Hart Lane next Sunday. Chelsea could go third tomorrow if they beat Watford. They will be on 71 points. And then they've got Leicester last day of the season. We obviously have Brighton tomorrow, which I'm going to be doing the preview for in a second. And then we have Burnley away. If we do win both of them games, that will put us on 72 points. Man United on 65 points. They've got Huddersfield and Cardiff as their last two. So they can get up to 71 points. So it's extremely tight. There's 5 points separating Spurs in third down to United in sixth. But obviously Chelsea, Arsenal and Man United all have that game in hand over Tottenham. Now, obviously, Europa League in midweek coming, Champions League for Tottenham as well. This is going to go all the way down to the wire. If Tottenham do not win next weekend and we win both of our games, we finish above Tottenham. If Chelsea get a couple of points more, they'll secure top four. I think that they can obviously get 74 points. That's not going to be easy. They've got the hardest running out of all of us now. But like I said, Brighton could be safe if Palace beat or draw Cardiff today. Obviously, we've got the added spice in this game of if Brighton come into that game knowing that they're safe in the Premier League, they could already be on the beach. They could already be celebrating. They won't probably put up a mad defensive display like they did at White Hart Lane the other week when Christian Eriksen scored in the 88th, 89th minute to win the game. But not only that, Petr Cech is retiring from Arsenal, retiring from football in general. So will he start in goal tomorrow? I'm not too sure about that. We'll come into that when I do my 11 in a minute. Danny Welbeck, under contract until June as well this year. And yeah, he's not played for a long time. He's been out with a season-ending injury as well. So is he going to sign a new contract? As it stands, that doesn't look like it's anywhere near being done. So it could be ta-ta to Danny Welbeck as well. And obviously Aaron Ramsey. It was announced earlier on this week that Aaron Ramsey is finished for the season. And he's off to Juventus in a massive move for him and his family. So another one, he's been here 11 years, our longest serving player. So yeah, he's probably going to get a send-off tomorrow as well. Again, it's the lap of appreciation after the game as well, which we do on every single last day of the season at home. So yeah, with these things all included, with the players that are leaving or retiring, it could be a good day for all the fans, especially if we get the 3 points that we desperately need. Now, yesterday, I posted a video. Go back and check that out if you haven't, and it's titled "What Would You Do Sunday?" And I spoke about would you play a reserve team? Would you put a full strength team out? Now, I fully expected Tottenham to win today. They haven't. That now means that we have a better chance to get in that top four now. They have got Everton, and Everton are no easy team to beat. Whether it's a White Hart Lane or not is irrelevant. Everton have got a very good team of players. We've seen that when they beat us, they beat Chelsea. They've played really well against some of the bigger teams this season. So, obviously, like I said, Spurs are in the Champions League. They've got Ajax away in midweek. So it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for them at all. They're going to get run ragged out in Amsterdam. So you would think that when Spurs go into that game, obviously without Son who got sent off, Foyth who got sent off, Harry Kane, they're saying he could be back. I don't believe that. And if he is, he ain't going to be fully fit. They could be bang under pressure if all three of the teams below them win this weekend. So I've kind of changed my mind on playing a reserve team now. Some of the players looked absolutely shattered on Thursday evening. But we lead that game. We're two goals clear. We go into that game full of confidence now. Now that Tottenham have slipped up, we now need to capitalise on that because, let's be real, if we had capitalised 3 or 4 times like we should have done this season, we wouldn't even be having the discussion about finishing fourth. We would already have secured third. So we've only got ourselves to blame. So yeah, I may look like a bit of a hypocrite, but that's how quickly football changes. One result and bang, you're straight back into something that you thought you were out of. And it could go all the way to the last seconds of the last game, and Tottenham could end up not being in the top four. We could, Chelsea could, or Man United and Tottenham could. Chelsea or Tottenham. There's so many different ways it could happen and pan out. But yeah, like I say, if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. Also, go and check out my press conference reaction. I posted that at 1 o'clock today. And my transfer update video, which I posted at 7 o'clock today. So let's get into my 1 to 11. Before I do that, stick a massive thumbs up on the video. Don't forget subscribe as well. Nearly on 11,000. It's gone up nearly 1,000 in the last week. So big up everyone who's taken part so far. On to my 1 to 11. So starting off in goal, we have a dilemma as to whether we play Petr Cech in his last home game for Arsenal Football Club. His last game as a professional goalkeeper. Me personally, I wouldn't start him. Maybe if we're winning the game, 2 goals clear with 3 minutes to go or something, maybe sub him on and give him a send-off. But for me, sentiment takes a back seat. We need the 3 points. So Bernd Leno is in goal. I'm going with 5 at the back. I think we play so much better in that formation. Plus the fact that Koscielny is probably going to be out injured. He said in the press conference he don't think he'll make it, and that he's probably not sure that he's going to make it for Thursday as well. I believe he will make it for Thursday, but there's no point risking him for this game. So I'm going to put Mustafi at right back. And I feel that when Mustafi's played at right back, I think he's done really well this season. Doesn't look a liability in that position. Maitland-Niles, obviously, as we know, is suspended for this game after his 2nd yellow card, which resulted in a red card up at the King Power Stadium last Sunday. On the other side, Kolasinac put in a great cross in stoppage time for Aubameyang's goal, which gave us the advantage by 2 goals against Valencia on Thursday. So I'd put him in there. And I'd go with a back 3 of Socrates, Mavropanos and Nacho Monreal. I think as a 3, I think that's quite solid. It's got a bit of everything, bit of pace, bit of experience, and a bit of throwback to old school defending. Socrates had an absolute mare on Thursday, so let's hope he bucks his ideas up for this game. Into midfield, Lucas Torreira was sat on the bench the other night. I'd start him straight away for this game alongside Granit Xhaka, who also, after a shaky 15-20 minutes against Valencia, actually ended up having a really good game and set up Lacazette's 2nd goal as well. In front of them, we haven't got any other options really. I did toy with putting maybe a Iwobi in there, but as we know, it's a home game. Mesut Ozil always does all right at home, so I'd start him and I'd play both of the strikers for now. But with all that being said, if we are winning this game 2-3 goals and it is quite comfortable, trust me, straight away I will be subbing off the likes of Aubameyang or even Laka, one of them, maybe even both. Maybe sub off Xhaka because we know he's going to start in midweek. Lucas Torreira didn't play the whole game on Thursday, so I'd keep him on, get him back up to match sharpness as well. Or you could even sub off Mesut Ozil in the 2nd half if you're thinking of playing him in the return leg in Valencia in midweek. So that's my 1 to 11. How do I think the game's going to go? Well, that relies on whether Cardiff beat Palace or not. I think that we've just got to start on the front foot. I think we've got to go at them from the get-go. We've seen so many times this season that if we start quick, we end up taking teams apart early and the game's killed by half-time. Even against the big teams, we've done it to Chelsea as well. So I think that's how we've got to start. We've just got to press them. I know they put a massive effort in on Thursday, so some of these players are going to be feeling it. But like I said, yesterday I was under the mindset of maybe rest a lot of this squad and play with Mkhitaryan and Iwobi, etc, etc. But now Spurs have lost, that gives us a massive boost. If they had won, I still would have had that mindset. But nah, let's just go for it now. Let's just see what we can do. And if we win both of our games and they don't beat Everton, we're in the top 4. And that, like I said, would take the pressure off of that Europa League final, knowing that we've already secured top 4. That's obviously providing we get to the final and finish the job on Thursday. Brighton, if they're safe by the time they come to us, I don't see them sitting and camping on the edge of the box like they did at White Hart Lane. I think they'd actually be quite comfortable. I don't think they'd really mind if they lost, to be honest with you. And that's not saying that they'd turn up unprofessionally. I just think that subconsciously it'd be a massive weight off of their shoulders if Cardiff don't win today. knowing that they've secured Premier League football for yet another season. So they could already be thinking about booking their holidays to Dubai and the Maldives and places like that. So I think we'll win the game. I don't think it's going to be a rout, but I do think we'll win quite comfortably. I'm going with an Arsenal 3, Brighton 0, and I'm going to go with Lacazette with the first goal. Let me know what you guys think. Would you start them players? Would you drop both Aubameyang or Lacazette, one or the other? Would you start Mesut Ozil? Would you start Iwobi and Mkhitaryan? I probably know the answer to that already. Would you go with a 5 at the back or a 4 at the back? Leave it all in that comment section down there. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and share the content around. And until tomorrow morning when my transfer video is out again, the daily transfer update, I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.